It's like we've stumbled into a time machine and woken up in December. It always seems to sneak up and we're never ready for it. This year, we're vowing to have our most handmade Christmas yet, and today we're getting started by making a Christmas pudding by candlelight, some super simple to make Christmas decks, and a boozy liquor that will make a great gift.
That's lovely.
Isn't it lovely?
If you'd like some festive inspiration, then we're hoping you'll enjoy this week's video.
Yeah.
Alright, which book was it we were using?
Is that Kitchen Diaries 1?
No, that's Kitchen Diaries 1.
In here, I've got about a kilo's worth of dried fruit, which has been sitting in cognac overnight, and it smells unbelievable. Honestly, it just smells like Christmas. That is lethal, that. It's absolutely laced with alcohol. I feel like every time we get into December, I say this every year, but it still feels like we have months to go until Christmas, even though Christmas is only a few weeks away. And we always get into this month with a long old list of different projects that we want to get done to have as homemade a Christmas as possible. But one thing I've never done, which today is going to change, is make my own Christmas pudding. And I'm really, really excited to get going with this because, honestly, this smells phenomenal. Have you tried some of this?
I haven't tried any, no.
Do you want to try a little bit? You're not having a cherry? Because they're my favourite.
I don't like the cherries.
Are you?
No.
You don't like glacé cherries?
Mmm.
It's good, isn't it?
That's very nice.
It is nice.
Very
Really
alcohol-y.
nice. Right, what's the first thing we got to do?
It's pretty strong.
I'm using Nigel Slater's recipe as the guide. I'm not great at following recipes though. I'm kind of one of those people that likes kind of flicking through it and then sort of freestyles a little bit, you know? So I want to chuck in a few extra little bits. I'm thinking some pecans might be quite nice. Just chuck in there. Has he got ginger in his? No. I'm going to chuck a load of ginger in as well. I think that'll work. Oh, that's easy. Of them. Of course, growing on our friend's tree, these. Would have been easier, obviously, to peel this as a whole apple.
Did you ever make Christmas pudding when you were a child?
I've never made Christmas pudding before, ever. I feel like it's one of those sort of forgotten about desserts, isn't it? You know, because people get excited about things like Yule log and chocolatey things these days. Whereas, actually, like, I don't know why, in my mind I've always had it as like it must be a really complicated recipe, doing Christmas pudding. But actually it's just slop a load of stuff together and pop it on the stove to steam for like 6 hours and bish bash bosh, you got your Christmas pudding done. It's quite simple. We're a couple of days late for the traditional day when you're meant to make your Christmas puddings, which is called Stir Up Sunday, which I think is the Sunday, or like the Sunday with 5 Sundays to go. Does that make sense?
5 Sundays before Christmas.
Well, it's the 5th Sunday before Christmas. How do you say that? So it's like the Sunday when you've got like it's the 5th Sunday before Christmas. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like the traditional way of traditional day when you make your Christmas pudding, Stir Up Sunday. Today is Thursday, we're a couple of days late, so I'm calling it Throw It Together Thursday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's a good grate of this, I got it in a charity shop. It says West Germany on it, so it must have been made before the Berlin Wall came down in 1989?
It was the top Christmas.
1989? Before our time. A bit more dramatic. To come back to the Stir Up Sunday thing, it's called Stir Up Sunday because families used to gather and they'd make. So the Christmas pudding being made with like the 5th Sunday to go till Christmas gave the pudding enough time to mature so that flavour to hearten inside the pudding. It was called Stir Up Sunday because everyone would take it in turns to stir the pudding, and then that was meant to give you good luck for the coming year, which I just think is really lovely, the whole family gathering to stir the Christmas pudding. And also, I don't know how true this one is, but I read that there are traditionally 13 ingredients to a Christmas pudding, and that is meant to represent Jesus and the 12 apostles. And the reason that you put a bit of holly on top of the Christmas pudding is because that represents the thorny crown. If you're religious, then some people are religious, some people aren't.
And there you go.
It's only the early afternoon, but it is very gloomy outside. Look. Very grey. So it's getting very dark inside early. So I'm gonna light some candles.
It doesn't look like you're about to do some sort of like a seance or something.
I quite like this time of year though. It's it gets dark in here really early, like late afternoon. We're now getting gloomy, but it's such a nice excuse to light the candles and make it really cosy in here. So we are now making Christmas pudding by candlelight. Right, how many candles did you light up here?
Well, it is a bit gloomy, isn't it? Can you just chuck them on there? I'll knock it off. Grated apples, orange juice, zest, beaten eggs, suet, sugar, breadcrumbs and flour. Breadcrumbs. In there you go.
Right, eggs in.
What's more in that stuff? It just tastes like Christmas, doesn't it? It's amazing.
It's that mixed spice.
It's the yeah. That mixed spice is just, the mixed spice with the oranges. And then obviously the quite lavish pourings of cognac in there is making it very Christmassy. Very Christmassy indeed. Ginger. I want some nice ginger in there. And I want to tuck some pecans in there because I think that'll just make it extra special. Yeah, some nice of these. Because ginger's very Christmassy, isn't it? Can't get into the jar. I did see this little hack. If you can't get into a jar, you look a bit strange, but you've got to put both your hands like this, and you've got to go over the jar. Hang on, and you've got to squeeze with it in your palms. Ready?
Oh, it worked!
See? It's just the way it works. And then, it's always hard to know how much ginger to put in, isn't it, really? That looks like a good amount, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice
Beautiful.
amount of chopped up ginger. Right, you're meant to have a go at stirring,
Oh, of course I am.
Meant to be, pass on
Thursday.
the luck.
Then,
There you go, have a stir.
here we go. You ready? Does that
Perfect.
work? Beautiful camera work.
So bring us a figgy pudding.
Is a figgy pudding a Christmas pudding?
It's got figs in it.
Is it the same thing?
I think it's slightly different, but I don't know. Tin foil. So, I'm making a little pleat in here. This is going to go over the top of the pudding and seal it all in, so when we steam it, it's going to stay nice and sealed in there. But you make a little pleat in the covering so that as the steam expands, there's enough room for it to expand out. And it gives it that little bit of expansion. And you just go like that. Just a little pleat like that. Then it's got that room for that to unfold and expand out, and then that goes over the top, clamps all the way down. Quite a neat job of that. This is the fiddly bit, is making the little handle.
Is the reason that our fourth bowl is empty, is that because of how much you've had?
Probably. Right, where's the end of the string? There. Nice tight knot. And there we go. little handle for your Christmas pudding, so when you steam it, it's easy to get in and out of the pan.
How lovely.
It's good, doesn't it? Right, just got to do that 2 more times, and then one for the little mini extra one that we've made as a tester.
Good morning, welcome to a beautiful day on the water. Before we continue with this week's video, I just wanted to tell you about Wild, who we have partnered up with for this week's video. Wild create the most divine smelling deodorants and body washes, and they are all refillable. Now I find it absolutely ridiculous when I'm in the supermarket, go down the bathroom aisle, and you're just surrounded by thousands of plastic bottles. Well, Wild are different. They're on a mission to reduce the throwaway culture of bathroom products using their aluminium cases and compostable refills. Their ingredients that they use are really kind to your skin too, so they use shea butter and coconut oil, which is really moisturising and really nourishing and good for sensitive skin too, and they are vegan and cruelty free. So this is their new limited edition Snoopy case, which they have partnered up with Peanuts for, which I think is really fun for Christmas. And it also comes with their Berry Christmas, see what they've done there, Berry Christmas scent, matching my jumper, which is a really lovely gift for anyone that's a Snoopy lover, and Snoopy kind of spans generations, so hopefully there is a Snoopy lover in your life. But they do so many different cases of florals, bees, different colours, and you can even get the tins personalised with different names too, which I think is really cool. If you want to try out Wild or just top up on your refills, then use our code ThisTinyLife20 and it will give you 20% off all Wild products for a limited time only, or scan the QR code that is on screen now. Thank you to Wild for partnering up with us for this week's video. We really love what they do and think these will make great Christmas gifts, so we hope that you love them too.
Get some air in. Oh, that weighs a ton. Got my lovely bunch of puddings here. I'm hoping these are going to be alright. So I kind of experimented a bit with them where we put them on the stove overnight to steam. So many different things were saying different amounts of time that you need to steam your Christmas pudding for. Like the recipe which we followed, what we used as the basis, said to do them for 3 hours. Other recipes said do them for 8 hours. I think Nigella was saying do them for 12 hours. All we did was just put them on the stove last night. They kind of like filled halfway up with water in here, and then went to bed. So obviously as the stove kind of like burnt out through the night, these have kind of kept warm and then just had like a lovely sort of bath, which hopefully they've been steaming and gone nice and sort of moist in here. So I'm hoping, a little bit experimental, but I'm hoping they're going to be all right. I mean that water is still warm. Ooh.
You're nervous.
I've got the Christmas Day excitement. I feel like I'm opening my presents. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Whoa!
Oh, that looks great!
That looks great! That looks absolutely spot on. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see what this one's like.
Here we go.
Whoa!
Oh,
That's a
good.
cracker! Whoa! And the smell's so rich as well. Look at that, what a beauty!
That is so lovely.
Still warm as well, still warm in there. Oh!
Free Christmas
Look at that! Oh, the smell!
Mm.
It's really interesting, they're all slightly different colours. They've obviously, the longer you steam them for, the darker the colour gets, because I think the sugar caramelises more. So, I think that's why Nigel Slater does his for a slightly less amount of time. If you want more like proper malty flavour, then you're doing for longer. So interesting, we've got like the kind of full spectrum here.
Which one's your favourite?
I like the look of the one in the middle.
Yeah,
that one,
I'm with you on that as well.
that's a stunner. Look at that beauty.
I'm quite tempted just to dig into one of these now, but we're not allowed to dig in, obviously.
Once we're having our morning coffee.
They've got to sit and wait for How many weeks is it? 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks?
So what we've got to do is rewrap them now with the little... That's my... What?
Oh,
What are you doing? It's my coffee.
Oh, that was free. I'm empty.
What we've got to do now is rewrap them with more of the tin foil and the baking parchment, and then leave them somewhere cool to mature until Christmas Day. So they've got 5 weeks, just under 5 weeks, just to sit, relax, mature, and then steam them again on Christmas Day. And hopefully they'll come out of the cases and be absolutely delicious.
Impressive. So sweet.
Little dinky pudding. I had some leftover mixture, so I thought I'd make a little mini pudding so that we could try, just like a little taste tester this morning. Popped it in the lid of an old thermos. So hopefully it's right. I haven't steamed it for as long. It only had like a couple of hours this morning, so it might not be quite as puddingy as the other ones. But I just thought as a taste test, it would be good to do it. Let's see if it comes out. It's an experimental one. Oh, that came out quite easily.
Oh, sweet.
You cute little pudding.
It's a funny little shape.
It's a funny little shape. Right, I'll pop little Santa there. Look on the inside. Oh, it's nice and moist. Whoa! Very Christmas puddingy.
Here we go.
That is really good. That is really good. Oh my goodness. That was some brandy cream on Christmas Day. That is really, really nice. I love Christmas pudding, but that's nice. The pecans are working really nicely. There's a little hint of ginger in there. But it's just...
And cooked.
It's good. That's perfect. That'll be perfect on Christmas Day.
My turn.
That's so nice.
It's delicious. I feel it's quite early in the day for Christmas pudding. Maybe we should open one of the other ones.
No.
Maybe we should just have one for now. 2 for Christmas. No gifts.
Well, they say the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and well, that lasted for about 30 seconds. Should have made a bigger taste tester. That was delicious. Right, I've got to rewrap these now, and then we can tuck them away and let them just chill out till Christmas. I actually think they're my favourite Christmas songs, the ones that just go like bum bum bum, and that one which goes bum 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 bum.
Oh, that's my mum's favourite.
I look the proper old school one. Well, no, is it Perry Como and David Bowie?
Oh God,
And the video of it is fantastic. 'Cause it's got like, I think it's Perry Como is like there on the piano, like all fancy, and then you got David Bowie in like this big like 1980s jumper, leaning on the piano. It's great. I think that's rom pom pom pom.
Rom pom pom pom.
Obviously, I meant David Bowie and Bing Crosby. Such a good version. I love it. I make Christmas pudding every year, I think.
Right.
You make that my tradition.
Whilst Jack is just wrapping up the puddings again, I've seen this little Christmassy project on YouTube, which I really want to give a go, and it doesn't look too complicated. I'm not sure how well they're going to turn out, but I'm going to give it a go. So this is air dry clay. You basically just roll it out, then use these cookie cutters to cut out little shapes, and then I'm going to use them as bunting, so kind of hang them around the boat, and maybe some gift tags as well to dress the presents and make them look a little bit nicer. So let's see how they turn out. I need a rolling pin in there.
The draw works if you go if you come from it straight, but if you come from the side, it's like there's a good bit of a. You know when you're in a relationship with someone for a long time, and you start to have these little foibles about each other, right? There is one thing which Gabby does. And this is the classic example of it. If there ever needs to be a packet that needs to be opened, we're opening bread or crisps or whatever, rather than just opening it in like a nice civilised manner, Gabby has to open it like a hungry bear. I mean, what on earth? This is meant to be resealable so that you can protect the air dry clay rather than opening the whole thing up into the air.
I'll just have to use it all, it's fine. That one is fine, fair enough. I shouldn't have opened this from like a hungry bear. But normally that's what the problem is. We'll just pop that there. Perfect. I was going to do bunting, so like side by side. But now I'm thinking actually maybe they would look nice. Little dangles. Like 3 little dangling, maybe 3 Christmas trees and 3 gingerbread men.
I think I think Christmassy dangles.
Because that will depend on where I put the holes for the string to go through.
I think Christmassy dangles.
Christmassy dangles.
What would you do? You're a dangler or you're a bunter? Let us know in the comments.
I really love the idea of making my own decorations. I think it's a nice touch to have things that are homemade in the boat. And these are so easy. Very sweet. We've always had this thing where we try and introduce one new decoration every year, no more. And I think going forward it should be a new homemade decoration every year.
I think you can be in charge of the homemade decorations.
I'll happily be in charge of the homemade decorations. This is lovely.
I don't think I've got like the artsy eye to do it, you know?
I don't think you need an artsy eye.
I'll do the foodie things, you can do these bits.
That's fine, but I don't think you need an artsy eye. This is super simple. Normally we just do like forage decorations. So we go and get, which we will do again because it's so lovely, but go and get holly, go and find the ivy. We've got these little, I can't remember what they're called, there's these flowers which are just like white fluffy that we still got. Old man's beard. We've still got a couple of them from last year which look festive because they're white and snow-like. So forage decorations will continue, but homemade decorations are going to be a new tradition. There we go. So I've cut them all out, put the little holes in them all for the thread to go through, and now they just need to sit and dry for I think it's about 24 hours until they're fully dry, and then I can put the string through them all and make their dangly and bunties, and obviously then put Snowy up. But I am so happy with how they look. They've come out really smart, so hopefully when they're dry they will hold beautifully and they will look nice just dangling down. But yeah, really happy. So I'm going to go put them over there to dry, and then we will show you what they look like at the end of the episode when they are looking pretty dangling.
Hey! What a surprise that went in. My kettle is just about to go mad, so hang on. I'm just toasting off some walnuts. So I've got one more little project which I want to do for today. If you've been watching this video and you've been thinking, you know what, I feel like doing some homemade Christmassy things, this is the recipe which I implore you most to give a try, because it is so good and it takes like 5-10 minutes. That's it. And come Christmas Day you'll be very grateful that you took the time to do this thing. Also it makes fantastic gifts as well, so yeah, it doesn't take very long at all. I'm just toasting off some hazelnuts, that's all part of it. Perfect. It's starting to lose the light again, so I've got the candles going to create a nice little ambiance. What I'm doing is making a little hazelnut liqueur. Essentially it's a hazelnut flavoured vodka, but it's so simple to make. All you're going to do is get a nice big jar, like this, whopping big jar, put about 100 grams worth of hazelnuts in the bottom. I would love to pretend and say that these have all been foraged from the woodlands around here, but the squirrels got there too quickly, so I did buy them. But yeah, about 100 grams worth of hazelnuts in the bottom, and then just top it up with 70 centilitres, so 700 ml of vodka, a little bit of sugar, a couple of nice allspice berries, and I'm gonna shove some vanilla in there as well, because I think that'll just be delicious. And you know when it gets like Christmas Day and you get that little lull in the afternoon, and you have that thought of being like, oh, you know what, I just fancy a little cheeky something. This is the perfect cheeky something. And if you make it now, by the time this video goes out, you should still just have enough time to make this and for it all to infuse and be delicious by Christmas Day. So yeah, I'd give it a go. It's really good. Oop. Smooth. Right, what about 100 grams? These. La da 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 da. Split open vanilla. Perfect. And now in with the body. Somehow looks like I've managed to get more caster sugar on the work surface than in the actual jars. But look at that, only 5-10 minutes worth of work and we've got ourselves two lovely big jars of hazelnut liqueur. All you want to do is leave these somewhere out of direct sunlight, but somewhere where you're going to spot them each day, so that each day when you walk past them you just give them a little bit of a shake, a bit of a zhuzh about, and that just helps those flavours mingle together and for this to infuse. I mean, they're good to go after about a week or so, but obviously the longer you can leave it, that better that flavour is going to be. So if you can leave it right up until Christmas, that'll be really, really good. And then simply just strain it through some muslin cloth into some sterilised bottles, and you've got yourself some lovely Christmas gifts. Or just keep it for yourself. Once you taste it, you might choose that option. But yeah, super simple, super quick, and going to be really, really tasty on Christmas Day. Just got to find somewhere for these to live now.
It is so cold this morning. I've only just got the fire going. Very early stages, so the boat is still a little bit chilly. Jack is just out taking Tilly for a little morning walk. It's very atmospheric out there. It's very foggy, so you can only see like 3 boats and then that's it. But the sun is trying to burn through, so I think it will clear soon. But it's one of those nice winter days. So when my hands finally warm up, the plan for this morning is to finish off my Christmas decorations that I started. So I need to thread through the different decorations to make my danglers and my bunting. And then we also want to try the hazelnut vodka. It's a little bit early in the day, but we're going to give it a go. Hello, Tilly. Good girl. Where's Dad? You left him? Hello. Good girl. That work?
Yeah. I've kept it out so far. It's been quite good. It's been quite routine.
Right, let me show you what I have been up to. So I let the clay dry for a bit over 24 hours just on this baking tray out. It was on the fire initially, then I thought it might get a bit too hot and start to crack, so it's just been on this table drying. So then this morning, I have just threaded through with green thread for these little gingerbread men and Christmas trees. So they're just going to be like little Christmas tree decorations, I think. I might hang a few around the boat. And then I've done my bunting with gingerbread, which I think look really good. I'm really happy with those.
They're really sweet.
They're really sweet. So I think I'm going to make a few more, just to dangle like round the windows. And then what I've done with a few of the Christmas tree decorations I made, is put them on
I love that.
a twig.
Oh, that's nice. It's the sort of thing, right? I think you'll go into like one of those, like those like minimalistic-y, Scandi style stores.
Yes.
And they'll have up and they'll charge you like £30 per bit.
For a twig.
I think they're really cool.
I think they're really sweet.
You could also use them if you like when you're doing presents and that. If you tie them up with string, you could kind of put that over the string.
Them. Yeah, nice idea.
Could work.
So very happy with my crafty morning. I just need to find somewhere to put my stick.
I'm a little bit interested in this guy.
That's a gift tag.
Is that focusing? Hang on.
That's your gift tag. I don't know what you mean. They look really sweet. Perfect.
Whilst Gabby's been busily threading all of her decorations in here, I've been out on a little festive gathering mission. Probably won't surprise you to learn that I'm not much of a florist, but I think that looks alright. This is one of the things with putting decorations up. I'm sure you find this at home, but you know when you get your tree up or all the decks out and suddenly it takes up so much space in your house? Imagine that on a narrowboat. You know, we're like just 6 foot wide, it's a tiny space to live in, it's like a long corridor. So having littler things like this just suits the space a lot more. But even with this, I'm not sure where it's going to live. I mean, it pretty much takes up like the whole of the kitchen side there, doesn't it? Where should we put this? It looks nice. Yeah, it's nice. It does look nice.
We'll just move it around every day. So
I think that's a good idea, yeah. Gabby has just said it looks like we've been taking samples from the local river to test the water quality with these, which to be fair, they do have a bit of that vibe about them. You know what, it's been a really just lovely, wholesome couple of days, getting things ready for Christmas. We've got the puddings all ready to be steamed on the big day. Just got to decide who we're going to gift them to. The homemade decorations. It's lovely doing a few homemade bits of Christmas. I do think we should probably try some of the pond water though. They've been sitting for a couple of days, so they've still got plenty of time left to mature, but be interested to see how these are getting on. Whoa, woof. I'm trying to think the best way to get some of it out without disturbing the hazelnut. I don't want to strain it yet, obviously. That thing that like you see like cocktail waiters do, they kind of go.
Oh yeah.
And then they do their thumb over the end.
Yeah.
And then it comes up.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that is something special. That is, you know what? On like a proper cold winter's day, that is just exactly what you want. That lovely hazelnutty, toasty hazelnut, that little kick from the alcohol. Even though it's only been sat in there for like a couple of days. Because you know how like the vodka has like that harshness to it, that kind of harshness has subsided, And you're just getting that lovely toasty hazelnut coming through. That's really warming, really comforting. That's going to be really good by Christmas.
Do me one.
That's going to be really good by Christmas. Okay. It feels like we're students again.
That's lovely.
Isn't it lovely?
That's delicious. It's got none of that like burning of vodka.
No.
That's just like, it is toasted nuts. Really, really like winter warmery. That's incredible. That is so simple to make.
What's amazing is it's got that flavour even after just a couple of days, you know, giving it a daily little shake about. But we're going to leave that in there until Christmas and then strain it off and pop it into some amber bottles because it's going to stay kind of pond water like. So
Yeah.
for gifts, those little nice little amber bottles are a must. But yeah, that's a lovely, lovely winter warmer.
That's delicious. I would be very happy receiving that as a present.
Having to exercise quite a lot of self-restraint not to have another little tester of these, just for good measure, you know. I will put all of this up on the blog. I have an afternoon furiously writing to try and get this up in time for this when this video goes up. But if you want to give these a try, then it'll be up on our blog, which I'll link in the description. Also the Christmas pudding recipe and how we did the decorations and all of that. So if you want to find that, then yeah, link in the description. Thank you for spending these Christmassy couple of days with us. We've got a bit more content like this planned for the rest of this month. So if you don't already, if you could tap subscribe, that would be amazing. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Oh, you're back.